All right, everybody, welcome to the Bell Alliance Center in Charlottetown, PEI for game number 5 of the Mount Academy Female Showcase. This one featuring the Kings Edge Hill Highlanders and the Rothsay Netherwood Riverhawks. My name is Jordy Carraher. We're happy to be back with you here this evening as MJ English dumps it in there for the Highlanders. And that's going to be Sophie Thomas covering it up here for the Highlanders. Face-off coming to her left. Just 8 seconds into this one, of course, this is Kings Edge Hill's second game of the day here, having lost 4-0 to the Mount Academy Under-18s a little bit earlier in the day. Whereas Rothsay Netherwood, they suffered a 2-1 defeat at the hands of that same Mount Academy Under-18 side yesterday afternoon. Starting goaltenders, as mentioned, Thomas for the Highlanders, and it's going to be Savoy in for the Riverhawks, as I think that play's blown down as offside. And so the face-off will come just outside Rothsay Netherwood territory. But both teams have certainly looked good over the course of the last couple days here. And a tie-up off the draw. Livy Dewar pushed that one forward for the Riverhawks. That'd be the Rothsay Netherwood captain. And then Oliver just had it hop off her stick. Now headed the other way with it was Ava Shearer as she dumps it in for Kings Edge Hill. Jenna Smith back for it for Rothsay Netherwood, up to Wood. Up the middle, nice little kick there from Dewar to get it up to her stick. She's able to dump that one in. Celia McDougall going back for it for Kings Edge Hill. And her clearing attempt intended for Hayden Lilly doesn't quite get there, but Lilly is able to poke it forward. Now Rothsay Netherwood coming the other way. Here's Wood. McDougall loses the stick. Wood making her way in. Just about got that one to go. As Laura Eustace was on the doorstep, but nothing doing. Kings Edge Hill headed the other way now. Lily. Lily had a hat trick against the Mount Academy Under-17 Saints yesterday morning, so certainly a nose for the net, that entire line. Lily, Josie King, and Ava Shearer. And we'll see how they progress over the course of the evening here. As that's Brown with it now for Rothsay Netherwood, over to Smith. Back to Brown. Up for Eustace, she's able to bat that one down. Cormier unable to get it out though as Jada McKinnon keeps it in. That's sent forward by Sarah Hardy. Smith back for it for Rothsay Netherwood. And now Rothsay Netherwood with they had a 2-on-1, but of course Kings Edge Hill was making a change. And trying to swing that one around. Didn't quite catch the number. It was Cormier. Now Jordan Chalk with it. Chalk moving around the net. Spins and fires, but that's off a stick. Back for it now is Jalen Keever. Up to Martinello. Centering pass blocked by Dewar. And now MJ English has got it for Rothsay Netherwood. She'll just backhand that one in. Back for it is McKinnon, who sends it around her own net. Liz Hardy there for it. Fans on the clearing attempt, but McKinnon's there to cover. Being watched closely by Paige Price here of Rothsay Netherwood. And an interception there from Dewar, who played a very complete two-way game yesterday in that loss to Mount Academy. Scored the lone goal for Rothsay Netherwood, but was a force in her own end as well. As Price dumps that one down. Got it as far as Leopold, who pushes it forward, and now Carrington George trying to move it up for Kings Edge Hill. Rothsay Netherwood gets it back here, and that's going to be a penalty. I think that's going to be a hook, as there's a stick that got in on Annika Cormier, and not a whole lot of argument from Abby McCarthy here. It's not even going to be McCarthy. Bit of a dummy played on me here. It's actually Leopold headed to the box. Either way, Rothsay Netherwood gets the first power play of the game. 11:47 left in this first period, no score. Face-off won cleanly by Cormier. She was strong in the face-off circle yesterday, as well as Brown's shots deflected. Now Wood is down there. Back to the point for Jenna Smith. That one just out of the reach of Brown. But Cormier regains possession here for Rothsay Netherwood. Goes cross ice to Brown. Bouncing around in front of the net, but then Getting it out here is King's Edgehill. That was George on the penalty kill. George and King are your penalty killing unit here for King's Edgehill to start. And that one gets lifted down the ice. Jenna Smith back for it. Smith up the boards to Brown. She goes cross ice to Wood. Now Wood's got it. And Ross Netherwood stays onside. And that one's gloved down by Sophie Thomas. Thomas playing well here. She played this morning as well against the Mount Academy under 18. So a double dose of duty here for 35 in white. And she'll get the ensuing face-off here to her left. 1:09 left in the Ross Netherwood power play. 10:56 to go in the first period. And King's Edgehill controls it off the draw, and it's sent down the ice. Jordan Chalk headed back for it. Chalk looking to break out here. Passes it over to Wood. Now Wood making her way up the middle of the ice. Just shovels that one over. Can't quite see who that would be over there who had the puck. Looked like it was Dewar. And now that shot just a little bit wide from English. Chalk tries to put that one on net. Wood will get it behind the net. She'll keep it in the corner. Working around, that one poked away nicely by Sarah Hardy. She's able to get that one down the ice, and that'll buy King's Edgehill the time needed to make a change. 18 seconds left in the power play here for the River Hawks, and that'll give them one last go here, as that was Fisher trying to make her way into the zone, but Liz Hardy's got it now. Cormier with the centering pass. Instead, it finds the King's Edgehill defender McDougall. And now we're back to 5 aside as Leopold's out of the box. Jenna Smith back for it. Over to Cormier. She just reverses that one. And Price tries to carry it up, but that's followed up nicely here by Annika Cormier. Nice move around the outside. Shot! Big stop there from Thomas. So, good bit of execution there from Ross Netherwood. Just unable to finish after the power play came to an end. 9:28 left in the first period. No score. Now face-off coming to the left of Sophie Thomas. Dewar wins that one cleanly back to Smith. Gets it out of her skates. Puts it down on the half wall to Wood. Back to Smith. And falling down at the blue line there was Brown. And that also took down Lily. No call. And that's offside as Brown was just unable to get back on side after taking that spill. That blue line, I tell you, it can get you. And it looked like it got both Brown and Lily there. And it's going to result in the offside. Face-off coming just outside King's Edgehill's zone. Highlanders win that cleanly. Leopold watched closely there. She gets it out to the point where English retrieves it. Down behind the net for Dewar. Now Oliver with it. Sent forward here by the Highlanders. Now Shearer carries it out. Ava Shearer trying to go inside out. But that one just goes a little wide. Lily there to retrieve. Shearer with it now. Tries to center, but that one's intercepted by Chalk. Getting it back there was Hardy, but now Ross Netherwood's got it. Here's Wood coming up the wing. Up the middle finds... That's Oliver. Leopold now. Up to Shearer. She attempted to clear, but Oliver's on hot pursuit here. Sarah Hardy gets it. Over to Leopold. Out to center ice where Brown retrieves it. Sends it over to Jenna Smith. Smith tries to go up the middle, but her teammates were changing up, so Leopold going back for it. Pursued by 2 Riverhawks. Now going back the other way is Rhea Martinello. Sends it forward to Hardy. Just out of her reach, and Smith will send that one back the other way for Rothsay Netherwood. Now Brown. Gains center ice, has a little bit of room. Wood carries it over. Everything's on the up and up. King's Edgehill trying to clear here, and Rothsay Netherwood keeps it in. Shot from Dewar, just high and wide. Gets her own rebound. Livy Dewar, Rothsay Netherwood captain here, has that one poked away. And that one sent down the ice by McGregor, and that's going to go all the way down for icing. 7:21 left in this opening period. Still no score. Rothsay Netherwood certainly having the balance of the opportunities here so far, and perhaps that's to be expected. They're a little bit fresher with Kings Edgehill playing their second game of the day. Now it'll be Dewar and Kiever taking the draw. Dewar wins that one cleanly back to Chalk. She sends that one over to the other side. And Wood's going to, I think that might actually be Price down there who's got it. English keeps it in. Now Jalen Kiever headed the other way. Kiever gains the blue line. She's got McCarthy with her. Kiever to the outside. Shot stopped by Savoie. Might be her first big test here of the day, and she's passed. Good thing when you're at a prep school, of course, to pass tests, as Price puts that one off the boards. Lauren Fisher had it pinned up against the boards. Now she's got a free, trying to come out short side. Nice poke there from Thomas. Up and off the boards, it gets to English at the point. Nice block there from Carrington George. That puck sliding in, courtesy of Chalk. Now Kings Edgehill trying to clear here. A bit of an extra push there from Celia McDougall, not called. Now centering pass here is Rothsay Netherwood's threatening again. English keeps it in. MJ English puts it on net. Price takes a bit of a cross check there from behind, and she's immediately going to go off. Perhaps a little bit of discomfort there in the offensive zone. English fires that one right into the chest of Thomas. And she's going to get a face-off to her left. 6:03 left in this opening period. Still no score. Looks like it's Lily and Cormier battling on the face-off. Lily wins that one. Comes out to Smith at the point. And that one gets out of the zone. Brown just shovels it back in. And they're still offside here as Cormier was a step early. Now everything's back on the up and up as Leopold leads it out to Lily. Now Rothsay Netherwood headed back the other way. Wood gets it into the zone. Gets around Shearer. Loses the puck to Smith. That one blocked by Shearer. Now Wood with it in the corner. Pokes it around. Smith thought about pinching, but instead she gets the puck back from Dewar. Smith shoots, stopped by Thomas. Now Leopold. That one hops over Brown's stick, and icing immediately waved off. Smith back for it. Both sides changing up here. And that's going to go as icing the other way here on Rothsay Netherwood. 5:07 left now in the first period. Again, no score on either side just yet. The face-off will come to Savoie's right here. Looks like it'll be Dewar and Sarah Hardy taking the draw. Dewar wins that one back to English. MJ English surveying her options. That one's off Wood's skate. Now Dewar trying to break through here. Getting around McKinnon on the outside. Centering pass intended for Eustace. Didn't quite find its home. Now here's Wood circling. Poked away by McGregor, and that gets called offside just a little bit over the line there. And so the faceoff will come just outside Kings Edgehill territory. 4:46 remaining now in the opening frame. And don't forget, right after this one, the Mount Academy Under-17 Saints will be in action. We're in Rink B of the Bell Alliance Center. They'll be in Rink A at 7:15 as the to-be-determined that we've been talking about has now been filled. It's going to be the Mount Academy Under-15 Boys Saints that they're going to face off with. As I say, that one's going to be at 7:15, just on the other side of the Bell Alliance Center here in Charlottetown. Convenient that the two rinks are next to each other as Eustace backhands that one right into the chest of Thomas. Kings Edgehill trying to break out here. McGregor leading the rush. Hannah McGregor trying to get to the outside, but Eustace is able to pick that one off and sends it right out of play. Face-off coming inside Rothsay Netherwood territory here. 4:06 left in the opening period. It'll be Cormier and Kiever on the draw here. Face off to Savoie's left. Kiever wins that one back to Leopold. Over to Harvey, who fires that one into a body. Now Smith trying to go around the net, pressured by both Kiever and McCarthy in the corner. Now Price trying to push it forward here for Rothsay Netherwood. Paige Price coming down the wing, watched closely by Harvey. Able to get it into the zone, and Thomas deciding discretion is the better part of valor there, covering it up. 3:39 to go in the opening period. And again, as a reminder for those who may not have watched the games over the last couple days, 15-minute periods here. Only flood comes between the second and third, so it'll be a very short break in the first intermission here for both sides. Tie up off the draw. Still nobody establishing control yet. Now Rothsay Netherwood's got it. Smith loses that one to King. Comes back out to Smith at the point. And that one stays in. Oh, I thought it stayed in on the blue, but I think it got over just by probably the width of a puck. Linesman calls it offside, and face off outside Kings Edge Hill territory. Dewar wins that one back to Smith. Harvey sends it over to Leopold. Now forward to Shearer. Gets lost in Brown's skates. Shearer just kind of bulldozing her way forward. Dewar able to cut it off behind her own net. And we've got a penalty coming here. Behind the play, it's going to be an interference call. Looks like Kings Edge Hill might be headed to the power play here. I think that may be Brown headed off. And indeed it is 17 in green, Brown. So that'll send Kings Edge Hill to its first power play of the game here. And the face-off will come to Savoie's right to begin this 5-on-4. 3:07 left in this opening period. Highlanders get control of it off the draw. McCarthy battling with English in the corner, comes out to Kiever. Out to McKinnon at the points, over to Heidi Harvey. Carrington George has it poked away by Chalk. And Oliver tried to clear, but it's kept in by Harvey. Kings Edge Hill again keeps it in, but then it's finally cleared by Chalk. And that burns the first 30 seconds of the power play here as Harvey goes back to set everything up again. Pass finds McCarthy. She comes down the left wing. She stops up on the half board, setting everything up, finds Harvey. Back to McCarthy. Down low for Kiever. Kiever coming out short side. I think that may have gone off the mask. Loose puck in front. And Jalen Kiever, good job to take that one away from Oliver to keep the power play setup going. McKinnon. Across to Harvey. Harvey shot right into the pads. Loose puck in front. Still Kiever unable to bang that one home. And Rothsay Netherwood able to clear. Now 45 seconds left in the power play. $1.50 left in this opening period. Harvey again back to set things up. Over to Sarah Hardy. Pressured on the back check by Eustace, but Hardy sends it forward. Martinello there to meet it in the opposite corner. Drops to Hardy. Sarah Hardy pressured by Price. Comes out to the point for Leopold. Martinello now. Down low to Hardy. Back to Martinello on the half wall. She goes cross ice to Celia McDougall. 12 seconds left in the power play. Back to Leopold at the top. Her shot blocked by Fisher. Now headed the other way is Eustace. She gains the red line. Pops it off the boards. Maintains possession. And that one just wide as we're back to 5-on-5. Eustace gets it back. Wood in the slot just about got that one to go. Now McGregor coming the other way. Hannah McGregor stops up. Has that one taken away by Eustace, who sends that one down the ice. And that's going to go for icing here with 44.3 seconds left in the first period. Face-off coming to Savoie's left. Good power play there overall from Kings Edge Hill, basically just doing everything except scoring on it. But really a solid setup here, and an even better kill, though, from Rothsay Netherwood. Dewar wins that one cleanly. Sent around the net, Wood there for it. And Wood sends that one up the boards. Up to the other Wood. There are two Woods here. And that would not connect for either of them, as King goes the other way. Josie King around the outside trying to beat English, but didn't have enough English on that one to find the middle of the ice. Now Chalk. Chalk around her net for English. She chips it up, tried to find Wood, but instead Harvey keeps it in. Shearer tries a shot, 5 seconds to go. Perhaps one more rush here, but instead McKinnon will hold on to it. Then a final dish over to Keever, and that's how the first period's going to end. So, after 15 minutes, we've got ourselves a scoreless game here. And again, we're just looking at about a minute or so worth of a break before we begin the second. So, just quick discussions and deliberations on each bench, and we will be back with you in about 30 seconds time to bring you the second period. All right, we're back and ready to go here for the second period of this fifth game of the Mount Academy Female Showcase. Rothsay Netherwood in green with the white trim. They're going right to left in this period. Kings Edgehill with the white jerseys, red and blue trim. They're going left to right here. We're scoreless as we begin the second. Fairly evenly matched game here. Not just because of the even score line, just, that's kind of been the way the flow of the play has gone here. As George tries to push it forward, Keever with it in the corner. Gets it back out to the point for McKinnon. Over to Hensby. Her shot, I think that hit a stick and went wide. Now Price is able to push that one out for Rothsay Netherwood. Back for it is Abby McCarthy, the Highlanders captain. She gets it out to center ice where English retrieves it. Cormier up and off the boards. Now Kings Edgehill headed the other way. They dump it in. Savoie out to play it. Price tries to center that one, but it gets out to Leopold at the point. She sends that one down into the corner. Sarah Hardy unable to corral it. Sent back the other way now for Chalk. Chalk stops up. She'll send that one around the other way. English going for it, but pressured by Martinello. Martinello with the fresh legs. Of course, Kings Edgehill bench just right there as Martinello goes down. And we've got a stoppage in play. Not 100% sure if that's going to be a penalty or if it just... maybe the puck just fell under Martinello's body here. Not 100% sure. Either way. Face-off coming inside Rothsay Netherwood's territory to the right of Savoie. Hardy and Dewar taking the draw. Hardy wins that one cleanly. Liz Hardy put that one on net, but nothing doing. And that was a tough save for Savoie. Would have been hard to see that puck coming through, but she's able to track it into the glove. And so we'll try it all over again, just from the opposite side of the ice. 13:36 left here in the second. Dewar wins that one cleanly. Brown sends it around the net to Smith. Up to Wood. She goes off the boards with it, pressuring Harvey. Good job, though, by Heidi Harvey to get back. Now Brown with it. Not a whole lot on that shot, but it got through. Dewar trying to fire that one in, but it goes off the side of the net. And we've got a penalty here to Rothsay-Netherwood. Going to be a cross-checking call. I think it's... I'm not 100% sure who it's going to be. We'll just wait until they're in the box. Looks like it's Sophie Oliver getting the gate here. And so, 13:12 remaining in the second period. Kings Edgehill heads to the power play. Face-off coming to Savoie's right. Looks like it'll be King and Dewar taking the draw. And Dewar's going to get waved out. That's going to put Wood in the circle. And King's able to win that one. But Rothsay-Netherwood gets possession. Only for Lily to take it back, sends it to McDougall at the point. And the puck eventually does squeak out of the zone. Jada McKinnon there to retrieve it. And gets caught up in Shearer's skates there on the attempted breakout pass. Shearer gets the blue line, drops to Lily. Hayden Lilly cuts in. That shot off Smith's shin. Now still loose here. And that one fired just wide by King. McKinnon over to McDougall. And a nice block there from the captain, Livy Dewar. That is leadership right there, getting down to block that one. And potentially a stretch pass in play here as Lily makes her way up to the blue line. And she briefly had it in her skates, but then turns it over. Rothsay-Netherwood sends it the other way. And that's the first minute gone of this power play. Not really a whole lot generated here, but Rothsay-Netherwood might have something to say about it. Wood over to Dewar. She gets Cormier, excuse me. She gets a bit of a pop from behind. And referees lose sight of the puck. 50 seconds left in the power play here for Kings Edgehill. 12:01 to go in the second. Face-off coming to the left of Sophie Thomas here. And now Harvey will start things off for Kings Edgehill. Up to McCarthy. She loses the handle on that. Wood headed the other way. She'll just chip it into the zone. Leopold back for it. Kept in by Chalk. Bouncing around a little bit. George settles it down and sends it forward to Keever. Keever drops back to George. George shoots. That one stopped by Thomas, and English has it now. She'll send it around the other way. McCarthy with it. Playing a bit of pitch and catch there with Heidi Harvey at the point. Now Chalk trying to send that one around, but I think Keever may have gotten a stick in there. As we're back to 5-on-5 now. Oliver out of the box. And Eustace had a thought of a stretch pass there for a moment, but she comes back into Rothsay-Netherwood's zone. Eustace with it. Over to Chalk. Chalk will try and calm things down here a little bit, but McGregor might have something to say about that. Instead, it's sent around to English. Up to Eustace. Laura Eustace with it. She just sends it down into Kings Edgehill territory. And now Harvey trying to get that one out, but instead it'll be her Kings Edgehill teammates picking her up. Eustace with it. Now Sarah Hardy headed back the other way. Just cut off there by Smith, but Hardy will get the puck back. Sarah Hardy here trying to go short side. Bouncing puck in front. McGregor couldn't quite get a stick on that. Martinello with the shot. Couple of shots there. That second one just wide. Back to Liz Hardy at the point. Over to McKinnon. Blocked by Price. Now Eustace trying to reach back for it. They've got a 2-on-1 here now, Eustace and Fisher. Eustace over to Fisher. Couldn't quite get the handle on that. Thomas covers up. And a little bit of extracurriculars here, but nothing really coming of it. 9:55 left now in the second period, and we're still scoreless. Face-off coming to the left of Sophie Thomas here. Dewar wins that one. Gets back to the point for Smith. Livy Dewar with it. She's got a bit of open ice, but loses the handle on it and comes out of the zone. Dewar back to retrieve in her own zone. Over to Smith. Backhands that one, but Lily picks it off. And now King headed the other way. Josie King cutting to the middle of the ice. That one off the stick of Smith. So good recovery there from Ross St. Otherwood for the moment, as that one's gloved down by Savoie. So a turnover nearly led to the goal there for Kings Edgehill, but again, we remain scoreless. 9:28 to go now in the second period. And Savoie maybe needing a little bit of an equipment adjustment here. Linesman kind of looking over the skate. But it looks like Savoie's good to go here, so the face-off will come to her left. Dewar wins that draw cleanly. Brown sends it around the net for Smith. She goes up the boards. Wood has it. She goes around to Brown, but instead it gets to Oliver on the half wall. She gets it out. Kings Edgehill sends it right back in. Harvey. Now Brown. Up to Oliver. She goes cross ice looking for Wood. And Harvey's there to cut her off. Abby McCarthy back for it, but there's a penalty called from behind the play, another interference call. And let's see who's headed off this time. And it looks like it's going to be Heidi Harvey getting the gate here. So 8:58 left now in the second period. Again, still no score. Ross St. Netherwood headed to the power play. Looks like it's Cormier and Hardy squaring off in the face-off circle. Referee looking for a bit of a clarification here. I think the penalty might be on the wrong side of the board here. And we'll just wait for that to get cleared up. And yeah, something going on with the clock here. Referee and timekeeper trying to communicate. Time reset to 8:56. And there's the penalty back on the board. I think the clock may have just started prematurely. But nothing premature about that face-off as Eustace shot blocked. Annika Cormier now. Back out to Chalk. Down to Eustace. Up to Chalk at the top of the zone. Back to Eustace. Walking in, fires right into the chest of Thomas. And so, yeah, a couple of good looks here for Ross St. Netherwood. Power plays looked solid so far. But again, nothing doing on either side as that one's dropped quickly. Eustace works her way out to the slot. Leaves that one for Chalk. Gets it back to Eustace. Eustace fires just wide. Laura Eustace seems to be the one on the trigger on this 5-on-4 here for Ross St. Netherwood. Out to Chalk at the point. She just backhands that one into the corner. Leopold and Wood battling for it. A bit of a corkscrew there, no call. And Leopold able to slap at that, but that's going to be the end of the Ross St. Netherwood power play, as I think it's going to be Cormier going off for a hook. Either Cormier or Wood, not 100% sure. Either way, the jersey ends with a 0. And either way, we're going to have 4-on-4 for 1 minute and 8 seconds. And indeed, it is Wood going off. So, as mentioned, a little bit of 4-on-4 hockey coming. 1 minute and 8 of it to be exact, and it'll start to the left of Savoie here in the Ross St. Netherwood zone. It'll be King and Dewar taking the face-off. Tied up off the draw. King's Edgehill comes out with possession. Kiever. And that shot nearly found its way through, courtesy of Celia McDougall. But McCarthy unable to keep that one in. To the point where it got offside here. And so the face-off will come just outside Rothsay Netherwood's zone. And again, it'll be Dewar and King squaring off right below our broadcast position here in Rink B of the Bell Alliance Center. As Smith's able to get that one out. Nice poke forward there from Fisher, and I would say that's going to be a body contact penalty on King's Edgehill. Or interference would be the more specific call here as Celia McDougall goes off. And so that's 2 defensemen in the box here for King's Edgehill for an extended spell. And so it's going to be 4-on-3 here now for 43 seconds. That'll be 4-on-4 for an extended 53 seconds before 24 seconds of a Rothsay Netherwood power play. But instead of me trying to explain it, let's just see how it plays out as Smith is with it there now. Brown. And that one just about got through. Fisher on the doorstep. No goal. Referee had blown it down, having lost sight of the puck early. Lauren Fisher just about had the opening marker in this one. Rothsay Netherwood fans certainly calling for that one to be a goal, but I don't think I've ever seen referees listen to the fans. It's just never how it's gone. And so we remain scoreless. 7:28 to go now in the second period. Kiever and Dewar set to take the draw. Kiever wins that one back. Leopold with it. She tries to slap it around, but Dewar gets the stick in there. Back out to the point for Smith. Tried to find Brown on the pinch, but instead Kiever intercepts and she heads the other way with it. Kiever to the middle of the ice. She shoots that one just high and wide. Livy Dewar with it. Up to Brown, leading the rush from the back end. Brown working away around, gets around Leopold. Puck loose. And Rothsay Netherwood tries to settle it down as we're back to 4-on-4. And that'll go for, well, a few seconds anyway, as Rothsay Netherwood is on the board. And let's see, I think that may have been Brown who finished that one off. And I think Fisher may have just looked for the puck there, as I would suggest that's probably Brown's first goal with Rothsay Netherwood, so congratulations. And more importantly in this case, that's going to put Rothsay Netherwood up 1-0 with 6:48 left in the second period. Another 46 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey coming. Cormier and Lilly tie up off the draw. Wood headed the other way with it. Watched closely there by Hedensby in the corner. Now headed back the other way with Shearer, but Rothsay Netherwood keeps it in. Cormier tries to turn and fire, but that's off the skate. Kept in by Chalk. And now Wood's got it. And she's pushed off the puck, and that's going to be called. Again, it's the back official making the call. That's going to go as body contact. And King's Edgehill headed back to the box here. Is it Heidi Harvey heading right back? I think it is. So, 6:19 to go now in the second period. Rothsay Netherwood up 1-0. And now it's going to be, looks like 4-on-3 here for 41 seconds. Or 17, I should say. But we've got a little more time to figure that one out, as it looks like King's Edgehill's called a timeout here. Just trying to stem the tide of the Rothsay Netherwood momentum building up now. So, 4-on-4 for 17 seconds. Then it goes to 5-on-3 for another 24 in favor of Rothsay Netherwood. And then a minute 19 of an additional 5-on-4. That's how things are going to work out. And certainly King's Edgehill just trying to keep their troops in the game here. Obviously difficult playing multiple games in the same day, especially against a side that hasn't played yet at all today. And so we'll see what comes of the timeout here. If you're a Rothsay Netherwood fan, certainly you're hoping for at least a goal, if not two, out of this. And so it starts with a 4-on-3 here now. That one won back cleanly by McCarthy, and King's Edgehill is going to be able to get that one out. And that'll effectively burn the rest of the Rothsay Netherwood penalty here as Cormier works her way in. And there it goes off the board. It's now 5-on-3 for about 5 seconds as Rothsay Netherwood takes the penalty. Going to be a hooking call. And just like that, it's back to 4-on-3. Bit of a penalty box parade here on both sides in this second period especially, as it looks like that'll be Wood headed off. Right, where was I here? Oh yeah, 4-on-3 now for another 20 seconds. Then 4-on-4 for 1:19 after that. King's Edgehill to take a power play. As soon as Fisher gets herself turned around, there we go. Fisher wins that draw. And she'll set it up behind her own net. Lauren Fisher skates it out of her own zone, gains center ice, into King's Edgehill territory. Got speed edge on Leopold, but a good active stick there from 24 in white. Worked out to English, as we're back to 4-on-4 here now for 1:15. Chalk with it. Jordan Chalk working her way around the net. She stops up, pressured by McKinnon. Now Leopold with it. Leopold, nice breakout pass, finds Sarah Hardy, who just chips it into Rothsay Netherwood territory. And both English and Hardy take a hard shot off of the boards. Just purely incidental, though. Nothing to call there. King's Edgehill keeps it in. Liz Hardy winds up at fans. Now Keever with it. She fires, trying to get the tip on that with Sarah Hardy, but just couldn't quite get it around. Now English. MJ English with it. She'll send it up to Eustace. Kept in by Celia McDougall. Now Chalk brings it out. As we're down to 20 seconds of 4-on-4 remaining, barring another penalty, of course. As Eustace cuts through, tries to go short side, and she scores! What a goal there from Laura Eustace. She's been dangerous here for the majority of the evening, and that's going to double the Riverhawks' lead here, as it's now 2-0, 4:30 left now in the second period. So nice little bit of cycling and execution there from Rothsay Netherwood, and again it's Laura Eustace who's able to find that short side to beat Thomas. And there might be something on that glove side to Sophie Thomas, because Mount Academy beat her a couple of times there earlier. And I think they're trying to sort everything out here now. Harvey getting back in the box. Not quite out of there yet. Still 4-on-4 for another 12 seconds. And another tie-up off the draw. Rothsay Netherwood taking control. Price slaps it around. Jada McKinnon with it. McKinnon, good speed here coming out of her own zone, as now Harvey comes out of the box to make it a power play for the next 17 seconds for King's Edgehill. Clearly looking for a response now after that goal from Laura Eustace, as 4 players battle in the corner. Good job by Rothsay Netherwood to try and burn some time here, as trying to go short side there was, I believe, Lily. Now King's shot off a body. Shearer there right on the doorstep, and there's the answer. Ava Shearer, just as it goes back to 5-on-5, puck kind of bouncing around in front of the Rothsay Netherwood goal. And it's Ava Shearer who's able to find it and convert. Just like that, it's back to a one-goal game. Rothsay Netherwood still leads 2-1. 3:53 remains in the second period. And so we'll see what that does for King's Edgehill, and of course it would be that Lily, King, and Shearer line. Again, in the game against the under-17s, they accounted for 5 of the 7 goals. And here they come threatening again. Lily loses the handle on that. Cormier headed back the other way. Annika Cormier trying to cut back into the middle, but Leopold with the nice poke away. Things getting a little bit faster here in the last 3.5 minutes of this second period. Now off the boards, foot race here between Shearer and English. Icing waved off as it didn't even get to the goal line. Now Rothsay Netherwood headed back the other way. Dewar with it. Dewar drops to Wood. She'll circle around the King's Edgehill net. Out to English at the point. She's able to keep it in. Dewar with it now in the slot. Tries to find Wood, but nothing doing there. Now Dewar with it again. Chalk pinching. Jordan Chalk in the slot. That one bouncing around again. Again, things getting a little more opened up here late in this second period. As Eustace goes back the other way. She's got the second goal here for Rothsay Netherwood. Drop pass to Dewar. She shoots. High and wide. 2:40 left now in the second. Chalk. Down low. Tried to get it to Eustace, but a bit of a miscommunication. Now Wood with it behind the net. McCarthy gets it as far as Brown at the point. Brown with the first Rothsay Netherwood goal here tonight. Now Wood up the middle. Brown with the shot just wide. Leopold tries to slap it out. It gets to Smith at the blue line. Poked ahead by Keever. Now Carrington George. Cut into the middle of the ice is George. Still with possession. Being hounded here by Brown. And Brown eventually able to cut her off here as we're back to 2 minutes left now in the second period. And bit of a spark here for King's Edgehill in the last couple minutes after that goal from Shearer. But behind the play, it looks like we're going to get another penalty. And I didn't quite see the call on that, but I would say it's going against Rothsay Netherwood. And I would dare say that looked like an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Couldn't quite get the hand symbol there from the other side. Wasn't sure if it was the T for unsportsmanlike or just a simple hold. Either way, it's Brown in the box. And with 1:49 to go, King's Edgehill on the power play looking for the equalizer. And they started on the right foot, winning the draw here, Hensby. Trying to get it up the middle to McGregor, but that one's going to get out of the zone. Celia McDougall back for it. Over to Hensby. Up to Martinello, leaves it for Sarah Hardy. Had that one slashed away by Cormier. Now Fisher. Tries to find Cormier with it, but instead it goes down the ice, so really mission accomplished here on the PK. And now, opportunity in tight there from Fisher. Stopped by Thomas. Certainly Rothsay Netherwood calling for it to be a goal, or their fans are. And I think we may have a late cross-checking call here. And I think that's going to be Celia McDougall headed off for King's Edgehill. So, 4-on-4 here for the last 1:13 of this period. Then another 12 seconds of the third. And so again, the ice will open up for the remainder of this second frame before the flood. And that one won back even a little too cleanly there by Dewar. English with it at center ice. MJ English with the nice move, and that prompts Lily to lose an edge. English over the blue line. Can't quite get anything on that shot. That one's sent behind the net by Leopold as we're under a minute to go now in the second. Now King trying to push that one forward. Gets it to Chalk at the Rothsay Netherwood blue line. Jordan Chalk. Up to Oliver. 38 seconds to go in the period as she's cut off by King. Now Lily trying to find some room, but surrounded by 3 Riverhawks. And just firing it on net there was Dewar. Maybe she forgot it was 4-on-4, but either way, it worked out because she sent it right to the goalie. However, Keevers headed the other way down the right wing. Pressured from behind by Eustace, and good job defensively there by both Eustace and Savoie as she makes the save. 10 seconds left in the period. Cross ice to McKinnon, she keeps it in. And that one fired wide. And with one more clearing attempt, that is going to end the second period. So, things open up a little more, and we've got some entries on the score sheet here. As Brown and Eustace get on the board for Rothsay Netherwood, Shearer provides the answer for Kings Edgehill. And the Riverhawks lead this one 2-1 over the Highlanders as we take a break for the second intermission. We'll be back in about 10 to 15 minutes time to bring you the final 15 minutes, that being the third period. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're back for the third period of this fifth game of the Mount Academy Female Showcase between the King's Edge Hill Highlanders and the Rothesay Netherwood Riverhawks, and we are underway here now. Rothesay Netherwood leading this one 2-1. Period starts with a few seconds of 4-on-4 here. As a matter of fact, that'll be done right about now. So, 35 seconds of King's Edge Hill power play time remaining. Here's Rothesay Netherwood's got it in the zone. Chalk. And that's Wood with the shot. Loose in front, but McCarthy's going to send it back the other way. And she gets it out of her own zone. Jordan Chalk back for it. So for Rothesay Netherwood, it was Brown and Eustace scoring. And then it was Ava Shearer with the answer for King's Edge Hill as that one goes for icing. But I'm not 100% sure why it did because Rothesay Netherwood has the power play. That's 100% my bad on that. 5-on-4, a lot of penalties in the second period, so hard to keep track of sometimes. Either way, 11 seconds of Rothesay Netherwood power play time remaining. Tie up off the draw. Cormier trying to move it forward, trying to make use of these last few seconds. That's that one poked away by Liz Hardy, and that one's going to be offside as a result. 14-15 left in the third period now. And 2 seconds of power play time here for the Riverhawks. And as a reminder, after this game, stay right on this stream as in probably 2 minutes after this game ends, we'll be headed over to Rink A at Bell Alliance Center here in Charlottetown for the final game of this showcase featuring the Mount Academy Under-17 girls as that one goes out of play. Mount Academy Under-17 girls taking on the Mount Academy Under-15 boys. So, again, that'll wrap up the weekend here in terms of our coverage. As we kind of reset things here, 2-1 in favor of Rothesay Netherwood right now. 14:02 left in the third period. And the Riverhawks win that one. Eustace with it now. She's got what would be the game-winning goal as of right now. And that's going to be a King's Edge Hill penalty here for body contact. And let's see who's headed off. It looks like it's Liz Hardy who's headed to the box for 2 or less. And so that'll put Rothesay Netherwood right back on the power play here. 13:51 left. And if you're the Riverhawks, certainly you'd love to get that lead back out to 2 where it was before. Eustace chips it around Harvey. She's got it behind the net. Eustace working her way around. Down low to Cormier. Annika Cormier back to Eustace. Left there for Wood. Wood circles around, loses an edge there on the half wall, but keeps control of the puck. Gets it down to Eustace. Centering pass there for Smith. Banging away at it. Somehow it didn't go in. Now Wood trying to work her way out to the slot, but instead has that one poked away by Leopold, who sends that one down the ice. Minute 20 left in this power play here for Rothesay Netherwood. As Cormier sends it forward. And Keever puts that off of McCarthy at center ice, so Smith will regroup here for Rothesay Netherwood. Now Price. Back into Rothesay Netherwood territory, Dewar. Up there to, I think that was Smith. Indeed it was. King's Edge Hill sending it back the other way. Dewar. Livy Dewar looking to wheel here. She's got 47 seconds of power play time to work with. Works away around the net. Tries to center there for Price, but nothing doing there. Now Chalk. Down to Price. Paige Price surveying her options. Dishes off to Dewar. Dewar tries to center, but that goes off of Keever. King's Edge Hill gets it out. That'll allow the penalty killers to change up here. That one off the skate of Keever makes its way to Fisher. Back to English. MJ English here gets possession back after briefly losing it. English stops up, tries to center, but instead finds McKinnon, excuse me. As that one gets cleared, Savoie handles, and she's going to fire it out as we're back to 5-on-5 now. That gets up to center ice. Cormier working her way around. Annika Cormier stops up. Leaves it for Oliver. Can't quite get the shot off. And now getting it back here is Cormier. Keeping it in is English. Wood now. Down behind the net, and Ava Shearer, the Kings Edge Hill goal scorer, brings it out, dishes off to King. Josie King around the far side. Comes out to the slot for Shearer. She shoots right in the chest of Savoie. And now 11:09 remains in this third period. Rothsay Netherwood holds a 2-1 lead. Face-off coming to Savoie's left. And that one won back by Dewar. Brown up and off the glass. Eustace with it now. Laura Eustace working it around in her own zone. Up to Dewar. Rothsay Netherwood stays on side as Dewar stops. Just leaves that one. Centering pass. Wood unable to get a handle on that. And wraparound scores! Laura Eustace, that's her second of the game. And that's going to put Rothsay Netherwood back up 2 goals. It's 3-1 with 10:48 left in the third. Yeah, Laura Eustace certainly flying high here in this one. Again, she's doubled up on the goal tally here today. And a nice little bit of synchronicity there between Eustace and Dewar as they head off. But this one's not over yet by any means. Kiever wins that draw back to Hardy. But pressuring here quickly is Fisher. She's able to chop at it. Price with the shot just wide. Now briefly kept in by Smith, but Kings Edgehill gets it out. And now Kiever with it. Over to McCarthy. Abby McCarthy, that one off a body. And pushing it forward here is Cormier trying to get a break. McDougall forcing her on the back check. Unable to get the shot off, so good defensive work there from Celia McDougall to prevent an opportunity. And that one kept in by Chalk. As McCarthy's going to head back the other way. Cormier not realizing there was a change happening behind her. Or was going off, not realizing the puck was behind her, I should say. But Rothsay Netherwood no worse for wear. Here's Dewar comes streaking down the right side. Trying to backhand, and she scores! That's a couple of quick ones here for Rothsay Netherwood, and suddenly that's a 4-1 lead. And it's the captain, Livy Dewar, getting the job done. And you have to wonder now in the third period, maybe the second game of the day is kind of catching up with Kings Edgehill here as Rothsay Netherwood kind of asserts itself a little bit more. Draw one there by King, comes back into Kings Edgehill territory. Jada McKinnon with it. Around the net to Shearer. Ava Shearer digs that puck out. She's able to get it out. Only as far as Chalk, just outside the blue line, though. Now trying to push forward, here's Lily. She's going to get to that puck first, get it around English. Now Chalk battling with Shearer behind the net, Lily joining in. Sent around the other way, Heidi Harvey in on the pinch. Now that's reversed around by Rothsay Netherwood. As English tries to clear, but it only gets to the blue line. Now here's Ava Shearer. Shearer trying to cut into the slot. That one pulled a little bit inside. Harvey now with it. Comes out front for Lily. And that one right into the glove of Savoie. 8:41 left in the third period now. Face-off will come to the goaltender's left. Again, a couple of quick goals here from Laura Eustace and Livy Dewar have Rothsay Netherwood extending their lead to 4-1 over Kings Edgehill. Tie up off the draw, squeaks into the corner. Brown sends it around. Smith going back the other way finds Oliver. King's Edgehill trying to do something here, trying to cut this lead back to 2. But Oliver's got it here for the Riverhawks. Sophie Oliver working her way in. Now Martinello trying to clear. But getting it back here is Oliver. Battling with Leopold. Cormier in there as well. And that one I think went off the netting, and it did go out of play. And so face-off will be inside here, as it was the King's Edgehill player who knocked it out. Face-off coming to the right of Sophie Thomas. 8:04 left in the third period. And we've got the puck retrieved here. It'll be Dewar and Kiever taking the draw. Kiever wins that one over to Liz Hardy. McCarthy now. Abby McCarthy cut off by Dewar. The two captains coming together. Now George. Carrington George drops it off. Comes across to Hardy. Hardy doesn't get much on that shot, but it gets redirected there by, I think that was McCarthy. Puck still loose in front. King's Edgehill trying to claw this deficit back here a bit. McDougall tried to get something going. Loose puck still in front. And Eustace comes out with it. And now coming around the other way, here's Wood. She's got a breakaway. And big stop there from Thomas. Wood was in all alone, but Thomas was more than up to the task as King's Edgehill sends it down the ice. No icing. 7:10 to go now. And nearly turned over to Lily. But instead it's Eustace headed the other way. She just chips it down. And she'll go off for a change. English pinches to keep that one in. Cormier trying to get it back in from her skates. Cormier goes cross ice. That finds Chalk. And that shot just a little bit wide. Cormier will get it on the other side. Set down low. Hensby getting it. Pitching in is Chalk. Into the corner for Price. Now Hensby. Chalk with the pinch. Maintained possession for a moment. Leaves it for English. English pressured by Lily. Puck squeaks out to Chalk. Chalk battling on the half boards. Comes to English at the top of the circle. Now coming back the other way with it is nobody in particular, as King's Edgehill is going to take a penalty for roughing. And thought it was going to be Lily based on the body language, but it looks like it's Shearer headed off instead. So, 6:07 remaining. Rothsay Netherwood may well have an opportunity to ice this one on the power play. They already hold a 4-1 lead. And you know they'd love to get that fifth one here. Dewar and Hardy tied up in the circle. It comes out to Wood. Back to English. Down into the corner. That was Eustace with it. Wood now. Wood goes cross ice and finds Chalk. Now Dewar behind her own net. Puck loose in front. Wood battling for it. Just squeaked over. And it was trying to find Oliver, who's got it now. Over to Chalk. Cross ice now to Oliver. Goes down low for Wood. Wood circles back. Dished off there to Oliver. Cross ice to Chalk. 1:10 left in the power play. Jordan Chalk surveying her options off a Wood skate out to English. Now Dewar covering at the point. Across to English. She fires that one on goal. That one is brought right into the chest of Thomas. 5:03 left in this game. 56 seconds remaining in the King's Edgehill penalty. Face-off coming to Thomas's left here, right below our broadcast position. And that one's sent over toward the boards here. A couple of them battling for it. Eustace in there, as she has been all night. Wood dishes off to Eustace. Tried to get that one across to, I believe, Brown. But Thomas appears to be up to the task. So we'll try it again. Face off to the right this time. Cormier wins that one off the draw. Wood. Back to Smith. Over to Wood. Wood cutting in front. That shot just a little bit off. Now Kiever headed the other way. She'll just shovel that one down. Smith back for it, pressured by McCarthy. Now coming back the other way is Wood. Wood down the other side. That's cut off by Hensby, who sends it down the ice. And it's going to be Brown back for it. Nice stretch pass, but just a step too far for Wood. Called offside. 6 seconds left in the power play. That one's going to come all the way back into Rothsay Netherwood territory. Nearly executed. That's perfection. But again, Wood just a step too far over the blue line. But great vision from Brown to even see that lane in the first place. Obviously, those passes up the middle can be dangerous by times. As the final seconds tick off in this power play, we're back to 5-on-5 now as Shearer trying to make her way out. Door might have been a little sticky there. And Smith fans on the clearing attempt. Gets another crack at it though and does find Dewar and then gets it right back. Now Dewar. Trying to carry it up the ice. Just leaves that for Cormier. Or Fisher, I should say. Now Dewar back for it. 3:35 left. And as a reminder, folks, keep it right here on this stream as basically a couple minutes after this game ends, as mentioned earlier, we'll be headed across the building here to Rink A in the Bell Alliance Center to bring you the finale of this Mount Academy Female Showcase featuring the Under-17 Mount Academy Saints and the Mount Academy Under-15 Boys. So that should be an interesting contest as well as English tries to pinch to get in on Shearer. Now Martinello swings it around to Hardy. Good defensive play there by Chalk to keep it from going any further. Now Cormier circles around. Sarah Hardy with it in the corner. Martinello tries to center, but Savoie blocks that. Loose puck in front. McGregor couldn't quite get a stick on that. Now headed back the other way is Wood. Thought there might have been a 2-on-1 developing, but good job by McDougall to get back. And that was Oliver trying to kick it up to her skates. 2:20 left. Now Brown coming back the other way. Brown skating through the middle of the ice. Loses the puck. Dewar gets it though. And now Brown with it. Goes cross ice. Tried to go back into the middle. Did Smith. But instead Kings Edgehill will shovel it out. Smith gets it back. Jenna Smith off the boards. Intercepted there by Liz Hardy. She's going to skate it up here. Pressured by Smith. Couple of Highlanders in here, and Georgian tight. Big stop there from Savoie. That's one of her best here this afternoon. She hasn't necessarily had a lot of work, but when the opportunities have come, Savoie's been there. So the face-off will come to her left here with 1:41 to go. And Rothsay Netherwood wins that one back. I've been impressed with Cormier over the last couple days in the face-off circle. She's been almost unbeatable in there. Not 100%, but certainly a strong effort at the dot. McKinnon, sends it around. Shearer chips it up off the boards, gets it to Eustace. And that one goes into the Kings Edgehill bench. Down to 1:19 remaining in this one. And so the face-off will come inside Kings Edge Hill territory. And it'll come to the right of Sophie Thomas. Kings Edge Hill trying to push forward here. Chalk corrals that puck, though, and sends it right back into Kings Edge Hill territory, but King comes back moving forward. Josie King down the wing. That one kind of knuckles towards Savoie. As we're down to a minute left in this game. Kings Edge Hill certainly not giving up here. And they're rewarded with a goal. Josie King on the doorstep. 53.8 seconds remaining now. And the lead is down to 4-2. So we'll see if this makes things a little bit more interesting from the perspective of Kings Edge Hill, whether they, like, how far they go in terms of pushing, in terms of potentially getting Thomas out of the net. Alas, Rothsay Netherwood pushes forward. Thomas will immediately cover that one up. Clock ticks down to 47.7 seconds. That's basically straight off the draw, so that certainly helps Kings Edge Hill's cause here, as that minimizes the amount of time burned. So face off to Thomas's left here. Cormier and Hardy. Hardy wins that one cleanly. Leopold with it. And Martinello has that one go off the skate. English able to get it out. Wood there. Sends it back to Chalk. As we come upon 30 seconds remaining in this one. Oliver now. Chipping it forward, there was Cormier. And now Hardy trying to get a stick on that, but instead Rothsay Netherwood heads back the other way. And there was a stick in there. Wood goes down, no call. And 10 seconds to go. I would say that's just about gem done here. And Chalk picks up the puck. She'll shovel it over into the corner. Oliver's there, and that is going to be Oliver in terms of this game. It's all she wrote here as Rothsay Netherwood finishes off the 4-2 win over the Kings Edge Hill Highlanders. Laura Eustace leading the way with a pair of goals. And so that brings to an end a fairly solid weekend here for Rothsay Netherwood, getting the split of the two games that they played. Where from the Kings Edge Hill side of things, they go 1-2 for the weekend, but certainly showed flashes in spurts. And so that'll wrap up coverage from Rink B here at the Bell Alliance Center in Charlottetown. And I may quite literally be running over to the other rink here to bring you the finale of the Mount Academy Female Showcase, featuring the Mount Academy Under-17 Saints and the Mount Academy Under-15 Boys. So stay with us right here. The feed isn't going to change, like the link right, folks, as promised, we are in Rink A at the Bell Alliance Center in Charlottetown for the finale of this Mount Academy Female Showcase, featuring the Mount Academy Under-17 Girls Saints and the Mount Academy Under-15 Boys Saints here. And again, the other game just ended about a moment ago on the other side as Rothsay Netherwood picked up the 4-2 victory over Kings Edgehill there. And once again, I'm Jordy Carraher, happy to be on the microphone for this game, which will wrap up the weekend here in Charlottetown. And so we're just getting ourselves oriented here, but you can see we're just a couple minutes into this one, so we haven't missed too much yet. Still no score. And so it looks like it's the Under-15 boys in white going from left to right on your screen. Under-17 girls in red going from right to left. And, you know, certainly some skill here as that one goes out of play. And certainly it's been a little bit since we've seen certainly the Under-17 girls, but the Under-15 boys, haven't seen them play in a few months. Certainly a different look on that side of things. And so the face-off will come to the left of the Under-17 goaltender here. As again, we're just getting everything combobulated here on our side of things. As it looks like in goal for the Under-17s is number 33, Haley Turnbull, as that shot goes a little bit wide. And the 17s try to bring it out, but the 15s have it under control. And that puck bounces into the 17 zone. And handling that one was Abby Larkin. Now moving forward with it is Petra Climbs. Being pressured along the outside by Jeremy Gould. And the 17 score! Johnny on the spot there was Emma Power. And she's able to pop that one home. And 3:10 into this one. It is 1-0 in favor of the Under-17 girls. And actually looking at it from this perspective, it may have been number 11, Darcy Reardon, who potted that in. Certainly Power was right in the vicinity. Nevertheless, it's a 1-0 lead for the Under-17s here. And you're actually going to see a couple of familiar faces on the Under-15 boys side here, as well as a couple of the Under-18 girls have been drafted into this one in favor, or in the name of short staffing here. Chief among them, number 4, Meg Aiken, who you see there in white. This will be her second game of the day after having played this morning. And Aiken's got the puck here now. She chips it up and out of her own zone. And handling that one is Sarah Bush. Bush working her way forward, being stick checked there from behind by Beckett McCabe. And trying to move forward with that one was 88 in white. That'd be Luke Kyle. Now coming the other way is Paquette. Kyle intercepts. Sends that one forward. Just out of the reach of Harlan Eustace, whose sister Laura we just saw score twice for Rothsay Netherwood in the game right before this one. As Gould works his way in. Jeremy Gould maintaining possession. Back to the point for Eustace. Back down into the corner. The Under-15s looking for an answer here. Comes back out to the point for Gould. Nice move. Still got it. He shoots off the mask of Turnbull. And Turnbull's able to cover up. So the faceoff will come to her left. And so if you missed it, a early goal here from the Under-17s has them up 1-0 over the Mount Academy Under-15 boys, with again a couple of draft picks from the Under-18 girls side also on the squad tonight. And continuing to pressure, here's Johnston. And that one tipped just a little bit wide. And that one kept in. Johnston gets it back in the slot, but unable to get a shot off. Lewis able to get that one out. Gould back for it. Jeremy Gould working his way up the middle of the ice. Big body here. Gould shoots just a little bit high and wide. And that one comes out. Lewis pressuring. And that's Legier on the back check. And getting it into the zone there were the under 15s. And continuing to put pressure on as the 17s try and get it out. Larkin with it. Sent back the other way. And now the 15s will try and regroup in their own end here. As that was, who had it? Spencer. Another under 18 girls call up, Allie Spencer. And the under 18 or 15s score. And that looks like it was Jeffrey Gu right there on the doorstep. Couple of goals from close proximity here already, and that's got this one knotted up at 1. And so we're back to square one here, tied at 1-1. And the 17s win that draw. Now pushing it forward is Climbs. She's still got it, gets it around Aiken. Petra Climbs coming down the wing. Nice little bit of stick work. That puck bouncing around in front. And also in there threatening was Reardon. This was the line that got the opening goal here for the 17s, and they're threatening once more. Climbs that shot off of Aiken's shin. Now coming back the other way here is Myers. Coming down is Gu, who just scored the goal here for Mount Academy under 15s. And Aiken just shovels that one down into the corner. Gu pokes it around. And just about had another one there, but he's still got possession. And it works its way around the 17's net. Bush with it. Now Climbs will skate it out. Pressured from behind by Kyle. Now Gould trying to pressure her. Climbs still gets around. And then pushing that one out was number 14. That was Legier. Now Kyle back the other way. Trying to cut into the slot was Kyle, but the 17s take that one away. And that one comes just outside the zone, so the 15s will have to regroup. But coming through here is Emily LeBlanc. Gets around Gould on the outside. Tries the wraparound there. Power in there as well. Gets the puck back, still bouncing around in front. Paquette with it. And the 17s are able to hold on here for the time being. Power tries to reverse that one, couldn't quite find Paquette with it. Now Legier. He sends that one forward. And that one finds, 9. That'd be Max Tracy, who was on this under 15 side last season. Another returning player here. And that one's going to go for icing here on the 17s. So, let's try and calm down here for a second. 6:54 left in the opening period. We're tied up at 1 between the Mount Academy under 17 girls and the Mount Academy under 15 boys. And the face-off will come to the left of Haley Turnbull. '15s win that one off the draw. And that was Spencer shuttling it down, carrying it around. Now here's Matthews with it. Avia Matthews sends it forward. Basco Gang couldn't quite get that one out. Matthews backhands that. And taking a spill there was Aiken. She might be aching a bit after that. Again, second game of the day. But that one lost puck there and 15 score. Capitalizing on the turnover there was Johnston, and I think it may run in the family here because that's Harlan Eustace on the doorstep. Saw her sister Laura score twice there a few minutes ago. Now he's on the board, and it's 2-1 for the under 15s. And so we'll do it all over again here. Everyone's all set up to go, and we're back underway. Gould with it. Sends that one forward to Myers. Chips that one in for Goo, but just a step too far ahead, and that goes for icing. And so the faceoff will come down to the right of under 15's goaltender Diego Driscoll. And the 17s try to shoot forward, and that one just goes a little bit wide, courtesy of Lewis. Good job by Driscoll to be able to see that, as that one's going down the ice once again. And our two linesmen come together to call that one icing. And even 6 minutes remaining in this first period. And so we'll try it all over again. Here again, face off to the right of Driscoll. In by Alexandra Leslie, chipped down by Paul. Gould with it, pressured by Climbs. She tries to center, Reardon will get it in the corner. Back to Petra Climbs. Out to the point here, that finds Bush. She shoots, that one just a little bit wide. Now Gould with it. He rips that one around. And that one kept in by Bush. And referees just letting them play here so far, as Gould's able to chip that one out. Coben Myers with it. Pressured on the outside by Leslie. Gould slaps at that one just wide. Amira Paul back for it. Over to Leslie. She sends that one forward for Reardon. She'll just chip that one into the corner and go off for a change. 15s will try and set things up here again. Chipping that one forward was Spencer. Again, one of the under 18 draftees. And trying to get at that one was Kyle, but he couldn't quite get that one fully wrapped around. And so the battle continues here. The 15's looking good early on, as that one comes out front, and Turnbull tight to the post there. She's able to stop Kyle, and she'll get the face-off to come to her left. 4:23 left now in this first period. The 17s win that one. LeBlanc with it. Pressured by Kyle. 15s keep it in. Aikens shot high and wide. And that's Woodford trying to get it out. And she winds up succeeding. Here's going back for it is Aiken, pressured on the forecheck by Karis Jelly. Aiken with it now. Power unable to cut her off, so Kyle tries to chip it forward. Instead it goes down the other way. The under 15s are there for it. And here they come through the middle of the ice, scores! And that's Andre Legier with the shot. And that just handcuffs Turnbull on the blocker side, and it's now 3-1 in favor of the under 15 boys. And so things have turned somewhat quickly here in this one. But we'll see how the rest of the game shakes out as the 17s try to get it back here. Larkin on the outside. Centers that one. It was intended for Kirkham, but nothing doing. Now coming back the other way, here's Johnston. Johnston cuts into the middle. Turnbull gloves that one down. Good bounce back there from Haley Turnbull after allowing that goal. Nice glove stop. And so the faceoff will come to her right here. 3:22 left in this first period. 15s win that draw. Back to Legier, the most recent goal scorer. Now the 17's trying to get possession back. Comes out to Gould at the point. Jeremy Gould cutting his way into the slot. Just pushed that one forward. And that was Eustace trying to get another one. And so the 17s continue to push on here. But the 15s are doing a good job of keeping it in, as we're going to get a penalty call here. I think that's going against the under 15 side, and let's see who's getting the call. It looks like 11 Landon Pollock going off for a hold. So 2:48 left in this first period. The under 17 girls will have a shot to claw this deficit back down to 1. As Kate Kelly's in there on the draw, and she wins that one back to Bush. Over to Leslie. Lewis unable to handle that one. Sophia McMillan in on the pressure. And Leslie has that one bounce over her stick. Over to Bush. Sarah Bush goes cross ice. Lewis chasing Aiken with it. Lewis does come out with it briefly, but the 15s are able to clear. Turnbull out to play it. She leaves that one for Bush, being pressured here by Myers. And that one goes up into the netting. 2:12 left in the first period, a minute 25 left on the power play. Face-off coming to Turnbull's left here. And a tie-up off the draw between Gu and Climbs. Climbs comes out with it. She'll dish off to LeBlanc. She'll just get that one forward to Reardon, who tries to advance it, but instead it goes to Aiken. Meg Aiken here, just shovels that one down, follows it in. Meg Aiken still with the puck. And she's able to, or had it, but then Gould sent it over to Myers. Coben Myers keeps it in. Still got it in the slot. And I thought that one handcuffed Turnbull, but she's able to hold on to it. Minute 32 remaining now in this first period. 44 seconds to go in this power play. So the face-off will come to Turnbull's left. And that's going to be Paquette trying to circle it around here. Matthews chips it out. Gould now. Jeremy Gould still with it. He'll go cross ice. That was intended for McCabe, but instead going back for it is Larkin. Abby Larkin up the middle of the ice, just out of Paquette's reach. Gould back to retrieve. That one off the stick of Jelly, and somehow it gets down to Shaw. Bit of contact here as that shot gets blocked. The shot off the stick of McCabe. Now Shaw. He centers that one off the post and scores! Right there on the doorstep again was Beckett McCabe. And with 45.6 seconds to go in this opening period, the under 15 boys have opened up a 4-1 lead now over the under 17 girls in a matchup of Mount Academy sides. And another tie-up off the draw here, controlled by the 17s. Leslie. Alexandra Leslie coming forward. Tried to center that one for Kirkham, but nothing doing there. So coming the other way here is Kyle. Luke Kyle with the shot, stopped by Turnbull. 25 seconds to go in the period. Kyle has that one hop over his stick. Now Leslie tries to advance it, but McCabe unable to get a handle on it himself. And now it's just kind of in the neutral zone here. 10 seconds to go. Aiken with it. She chips that one forward. That was meant for Tracy. Now you got the board battle here right below us, and that's how the first period's going to end, folks. So, after 15 minutes of play, this one's 4-1 in favor of the Mount Academy under 15 boys. And so, just like it's been for the previous 4 games here, it'll be just a quick discussion here at the bench between the first and second, flood between the second and third. And so we'll be back to the action here in about 45 seconds time. And just like that, we are back for the second period of the finale of this weekend's Mount Academy Female Showcase. This one featuring the Mount Academy under 17 girls, who are in red, now going from left to right on your screen. And the Mount Academy under 15 boys with a couple of under 18 girl call-ups. They're in white and they're going from right to left for the second period here. And the 17s start out strong as that one's pushed forward. And that was Kelly trying to push it forward. She gets it back now. Woodford had gotten behind her, but she was able to keep it in. And now she puts it on net. Driscoll with the stop. Now Gould up and off the glass. Woodford keeps it in. And getting it back there was Legier. And he'll shovel that one forward for Pollock. Left now for Eustace. Harlan Eustace up to Gould. Nice move there from Jeremy Gould. But he loses that one, and Kelly's going to try and move things forward here. Instead it goes back to Woodford, pressured by Eustace. And kept in here again by Spencer. Spencer sends that one around, meant for Eustace. And kept in here again, this time by Johnston. Set down low to Spencer. Nice little inside move there. And that was Pollock trying to center that one for Eustace, but nothing doing. That one will hop over Spencer's stick. You got the two under 18 girls on this pairing together here. Spencer and Aiken, that's a nice stretch pass to Eustace. He works his way through. And that puck somehow stays out. It's still loose here as Larkin tries to bring it up. Now climbs with some momentum, gains the blue line. Petra climbs, shot off the stick. And now Shaw moves it forward. Coming up through the ice is Gu. 2-on-1 here, Jeffrey Gu, shot, stopped by Turnbull. Things opening up here a little bit to start this second period, as that comes out to center ice for Legier. Over to Gould. Sends that one up to Shaw. He'll go cross ice for Myers. Coven Myers trying to cut in. Right on the doorstep there for the moment there was Gu. Under 15s keep it in. But now trying to skate it out will be Climbs, but instead that one goes up and out of play. 12:29 left now in the second period. Mount Academy under 15 boys lead this one 4-1 over the under 17 girls. So face-off coming to the left here of Haley Turnbull. '17s win that one. Bush. Bush still with it. Bit of pressure applied there by McCabe. As that one comes out, Aiken just tried to keep it in but was unable to do so. Now Beckett McCabe with it. He goes up and off the glass. That's gloved down by Leslie. Now McCabe's got it back, leaves it for Kyle. McCabe will win this foot race on Leslie. McCabe still with it. Beckett McCabe surveying his options, and they score! Max Tracy there to one-time that pass home. And it's now up to 5-1 here in favor of the under 15 boys. And just a clinical display of puck control there from Beckett McCabe, using his speed to his advantage more than anything else there. Able to work his way around the defenders, finding Tracy out front, and again, it's a 5-1 game now. McCabe gets it right back. And that will go across the line. Bush. Bush trying to slash at it here. Aiken will keep it in. Aiken on the pinch. Bush is able to hold her up. Now Kyle. Goes cross ice, but that one's turned over. That was Basque Gauguin who picked it off. No, Tracy. That one through to Renee Ing, who just about got a handle on that. Kyle keeps it in. With Kyle trying to cut toward the middle, but instead he's cut off by a couple of under 17 girls. Gould with the shot, that one hit a stick, but Turnbull was able to follow it into the blocker. Now Kirkham trying to get it. Instead turned over. Tracy, McCabe, big stop there on the doorstep from Turnbull, as Johnston was right there looking to capitalize and make it a 6-1 game. Now Renee Ng coming through the middle of the ice. She scored a shorthanded goal like this on Thursday night, but unable to do so that time around as Woodford cuts off that stretch pass. Still offside here for the moment as the under 17s make a change. Gould skates it through the middle of the ice. Jeremy Gould, that shot scores! What a release there from Jeremy Gould. Just a wicked snap on that wrister, and it's going to be 6-1 now here for the under 15s. Just an end-to-end effort there from Jeremy Gould, and he made it look fairly easy there. Big body on this under 15 side. And they're threatening once again. Eustace drops it for Pollock. Pollock pushed off the puck. McMillan there. They're looking for a call. Didn't get it. Johnston now. Gould keeps it in. Down into the corner for Eustace. Nice move there from Eustace to maintain possession. Harlan Eustace still with it. Dishes off to Gould. Down low to Johnston. Johnston cutting his way through. That one finds Legier. That one through the crease. Gould keeping it in here. Extended period of pressure here from this under 15 side, as Pollock's able to kick it forward to Johnston. Johnston trying to cut into the front of the net, but nothing doing there. Turnbull takes a spill. Legier again keeps it in. Over to Gould on the blue line. Down low to Pollock. Up to Gould. Gould with room to operate here. Drops for, yeah, that was Eustace. Now Legier centering pass. Pollock scores. And just like that, it's now a 7-1 hockey game. So after that early goal from the under 17 girls, the 15s have just poured it on here. And this is more of a mid-game goalie change as opposed to anything to do with the scoreline. Yi Peng coming in to play the second half here. And Peng turned in a strong game in the opener against the Mount under 18, stopping somewhere in the neighborhood of 35-36 shots. And a bit of a dangerous scenario there with that bench door open. Looks like the 15s have got that sorted out. And headed back the other way here will be Reardon. She leads the rush. She's got Spencer on her there, puck in front. And now headed back the other way there was Gu. Larkin sends it forward. Now Aiken pinching to intercept. Abby Larkin with it. Larkin surveying her options. She'll just flip that one into the 15 zone. Spencer going back for it, but pressured by Climbs. Certainly a competitive environment here with all these Mount Academy students, regardless of gender. As Myers brings it in. He circles back. Shaw unable to get the shot off, and now Power going back the other way. One-on-one here with Gould. Power with the shot, glove down by Driscoll. There was a rebound there, but the 15s take over. That's a bouncing puck. Peng out to play it, but it goes through her stick. Now coming back the other way is Bush. Sarah Bush through the middle of the ice gains the blue line. Bush into the corner, being pressured by Gould. And now the 15s will go back the other way with it. Tracy tried to find Kyle with that, but instead it'll be going back the other way. That was, I believe, I was going to say Woodford, but instead Jelly sending it forward. Power backhands that one. The 15s will get possession again. Gould going back for it. Jeremy Gould over to Legier. Now it's Tracy working his way down the left side. And he gets cut off there by Leslie. Kept in there, however, by Legier. Now Woodford tries to clear. She will find Kirkham with it. 17's unable to get it out. Now they skate it out. Leslie. She's got a bit of open ice to operate here now. Stops up, unable to get the shot off. And so headed back the other way will be Spencer, unless she decides to go for a little skate here. Spencer indeed does that, being pressured by Basse-Gauguin. Now Tracy. Out front to Aiken. Meg Aiken with it. Tries to go up the middle of the ice, but it hits a skate, so she'll go back and restart things. Up and off the boards goes Aiken, and it does get out. Woodford pokes at it to send it forward once again. Basse-Gauguin gives Johnston a little bit of a push, but Johnston comes out with the puck. Turns it over here, though. Basse-Gauguin chips it back down. A bit of a heavy contact there in front of the under-17's bench, but nothing called. And Spencer leaves that one behind, but Aiken's there to recover. And she sends it up the middle of the ice. Woodford's going to pick it off, though. Her shot wide. Now Ing tries to center that one. Woodford will keep it in for about half a second here as Johnston sends it forward. Tried to find Eustace with it. 15's left to get onside, and they do just that. Now Pollock with it. And he'll just flip it down. Eustace. Pressured by Woodford. Harlan Eustace comes out with it. Drop pass for Pollock. Eustace. Back out to the point for Gould. And that one off the glass. Leslie will settle it down. Has that one poked away by Pollock. Into the skates of Johnston right there. That's off the post. Eustace had the 4x6 and came up with 0. Now headed the other way is Woodford. She'll just ship that one down the ice, but didn't gain the red line, so it's going to be icing. 4:37 to go in this second period. Face-off coming to the right of Yi Peng. And it looks like it'll be Gu and Klimes taking the draw. Tied up in the circle, gets back to Kyle at the point. Set down low for Shaw. Around to Gu. And that one set up and around by Matthews. Reardon chips that one forward, and now skating it out is Larkin. Abby Larkin gets the blue line. Tries to work her way through Kyle, but Driscoll's there to cover. Again, a bit of an inspired rush there from Abby Larkin, just unable to get that finishing touch on it, and so the face-off will come to the left of Diego Driscoll here. Matthews with it now. She backhands that one off into the boards, but Kyle sends it forward. Now Gu will win this foot race with Matthews. Jeffrey Gu working his way around. And that one off a skate, and so Larkin will try and clear. Larkin up and off the boards. She'll go up the middle of the ice for Klimes. This is a 2-on-1 developing here if she sees it. Klimes around the outside, she shoots. And big save there from Driscoll. She had Reardon there on the 2-on-1, but decided to keep. And Driscoll was up to the task. But a turnover in the slot here, another big save from Driscoll. Under 17's showing a bit of a sign of life here late in the second period as Jelly was able to pick off that breakout pass. But again, Diego Driscoll square to the shot, makes the save. Face-off coming to his right here, 3:27 left in the second period. Won cleanly by Aiken to Gould. Now Gould trying to send it forward, finds Aiken. Aiken playing up forward now after playing defense a little bit earlier. She's still got it. Dishes off to McCabe. Allie Spencer now. Spencer still with it, goes back to the point for Gould. And that one rolls off his stick, so he'll have to go back and regroup. Over to Legier. Back to Gould. Watched on the forecheck here by Callie Paquette. Gets it around to Legier. Andre Legier gets the breakout pass there to McCabe. That goes up to Spencer. She'll just roll that one down into the zone and go off for a change, which will allow Woodford to get things set up. Mackenzie Woodford off the boards, gets as far as Gould at center ice. He'll send it forward, Paquette with it. Under 17s get back on side. Paquette sends that one on Gould, never a bad idea. Driscoll again square to the shot. 2:13 left now until the second intermission. Under 15 boys lead this one 7-1 over the under 17 girls. Again, both sides from Mount Academy here in Charlottetown. Tie up off the draw. Eustace able to get that one back to Tracy. He'll get the breakout pass to Johnston. Foot race coming here between Eustace and LeBlanc. LeBlanc will win that one. Now Basco again trying to chip that one forward. Does find Ing. That puck hops and takes a little bit of a turn as Kirkham picks it up. Dacia Kirkham here, back to Matthews. She shoots, that's off a stick, still loose in front. And Matthews unable to keep it in. Pollock sends it the other way, leaves it for Johnston. Johnston winds up, fires, that's high and over the net. Basco again sends it down. And that's going to be an icing call here, as Ing was unable to get to it quick enough. $1:29 left in this second period now, and what's admittedly been a fairly quickly played game here. And again, after the early marker for the under 17s, it's been all under 15 boys ever since. Matthews with it. Leaves it there for Larkin. Abby Larkin still with it, tries to carry it out, leaves it for Kelly. Over to Sophia McMillan. McMillan gets it out of her skates. She shoots that one just high and wide. That will come all the way back out. Matthews will be back to retrieve it. That one took a weird hop, and yeah, the referees are going to say that went out of play. As we're into the final minute now of this second period, 59.4 seconds remaining to be exact. Face off coming to Peng's left here. And that one works its way back out to the point for Gould. Gould gets it back. We'll work that over to Myers. Cross ice here. If that had been a right-handed shot, I think it's 8-1. And Gould has that one hop over his stick. Jeremy Gould working his way through the middle of the ice. No offside. There's Shaw was able to get back on. Now Klime's trying to chip it up the boards. And slashed away by Legier. Good board battle here in front of us. Klime's pins Legier up to the boards. Got 5 people very much not observing social distancing here on the ice as Gould gets it back. He'll just circle in his own end. 10 seconds left in the period. That one comes out of the zone. So Gould will just follow it up. 4 seconds here. He may have time for a shot. We'll see if he goes for it. Tries to dish off and would have had goo there, but instead we're through half an hour of hockey here on Rink A at the Bell Alliance Center. It's 7-1 for the Mount Academy under 15 boys over the Mount Academy under 17 girls. We'll be back in about 10 to 15 minutes or so to bring you the third period to wrap up this Mount Academy female showcase. Don't go anywhere. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're all back for the third period of this final game of the Mount Academy Female Showcase. Again, featuring the Mount Academy under-17 girls and the under-15 boys. And now the Stripes have just made their reemergence here. Both nets already pegged by the goaltenders, Driscoll and Pang. Saving the refs a little bit of work. How noble. Just checking to make sure the mesh is all good to go. And once that's all set, we'll be all set to get going here. Again, the under-17 girls in red, they're going from right to left in this third period. Under-15 boys in white going from left to right. Skating this one in is Bush. Again, it's 7-1 in favor of the under-15 boys. Here's Bush, just backhands that one wide. McCabe skates it up. Aiken tried to push it forward, but now it's back in the 15's end. Legier dishes off to McCabe. Just out of Aiken's reach here as the 17s try to get it back. McCabe still with it in the zone here, though. He's able to backhand that one off the base of the glass. Now the 17s will try and turn it around. Reardon will get it back here in the middle of the ice. Couldn't quite find Paul with that one. Leslie going back for it, pressured by Aiken. And now Leslie with it. Sends it around the net for Bush. Goes forward to Climbs. She gains the blue line. Tries to get into the slot, but unable to find Reardon to try and finish it off. And so the 15s will go back the other way. Gould sends that one forward. Myers with it now. Tobin Myers centering pass there, scores! Jeffrey Gu with a nice release, and that's his second of the game. And that's going to make it 8-1 for the under-15s. And a touch of class there from Gu. No celebrations, just skating it back to center ice, and we're ready to go again. Now Spencer. Over to Tracy, back to Spencer. Allie Spencer with it here. Again, if you missed it earlier, Spencer and Meg Aiken both called up from the under-18 girls team, or I guess drafted in to fill in for the under-15 boys here tonight. Just to kind of fill out the ranks. And certainly they haven't looked out of place here as Jelly tries to skate it out. Now trying to work his way through was Gu. But now coming forward is Larkin. Abby Larkin cutting to the middle through Spencer, but the finish just a little bit wide. Gu forward. Myers. Going Myers over the blue line. Gets caught up in Woodford's skates, but Myers gets it back. That one tracked down by Gould at the blue line. He'll skate it into the corner. Centering pass off the post. Slapped back in by Johnston. Larkin tries to get it past Eustace, but is unable to do so. Eustace circles back. Over to Johnston. Back to the point here for Legier. Back to Johnston. Down low to Eustace. And that one's over his stick, and so Jelly will try and clear. She gets it out to Gould at the 15's blue line. Up the middle of the ice, Pollock just lets that one go, and that's going to be an icing call. 11:56 left in the third period. 8-1 here in favor of the under-15 boys of Mount Academy. And face-off coming to the right here of Diego Driscoll, who, again, hasn't been overly busy tonight, but when called upon, he's been solid. Scramble off the draw, sent forward. Driscoll immediately covers. And we'll try it all over again here as Spencer pokes that one forward. Johnston with it. He's got a step on LeBlanc here. Johnston in, stopped by Pang. Now coming back the other way, here's Jelly. Jelly, the under-15 MVP last season on Prince Edward Island. So certainly a strong addition to this Mount Academy program. And in speaking that glowingly of her, it was actually Woodford making the rush, so my apologies on that. Woodford certainly looking strong and mobile as well. Pollock now. And chipped back to the point there by Eustace, and sent across by Legier down to Pollock. Johnston now. And now the 17s will try and clear, but Eustace picks it off. Harlan Eustace hanging on to the puck. He goes cross ice, finds Gould. He shoots off the blocker of Peng. Pollock again with it. Just looking calm with the puck here, as that one gets poked away from Johnston by Woodford. Now up the middle of the ice, Bascogan can't quite get a step. So Legier will send it around to Meg Aiken. She just whips it into the zone. Back for it is Leslie. And unable to handle that one was Bush. So McMillan will try and shovel it out. But again, the 15's just keeping the pressure on here. Bush with it. Bush being hounded there by Kyle, but no call. Spencer pokes at it, but instead it's going to be Kate Kelly skating it up. She shoots right into the chest of Driscoll. Spencer will try and move it forward. Kelly intercepts. Bush with the shot. It only gets as far as Tracy. And Aiken able to guide that one out. Now Kyle with a step. Trying to get around Bush, but she pokes away at it. Aiken there on the follow. Now a few bodies battling down there. Comes out to the point for Spencer. Spencer keeps it in. Leaves it for McCabe. McCabe will just skate it out as his line mates go off for a change. Now McMillan tries to backhand that one in. She'll subsequently go off. Spencer with it trying to go up the middle, and it does find Myers. Tries to go cross ice, but fans on the pass. Paul there to try and intercept. And Klime's digging in there as well, as is Bush. Instead it comes out to Goo. He goes cross ice to Shaw. Now Leslie with it coming out from behind her own net, has that poked away. Now Bush will try it. Goo intercepts. And centering pass there, big stop from Peng. She had Myers right there on the doorstep, but Yi Peng, a product of the Mount Academy Hockey Skills program, very much up to the task in that situation. And she's played well since coming in, just giving up the one goal so far. Tie up off the draw comes out to Pollock at the point, and he scores. I think even Landon Pollock is a little bit surprised that that one went in. Just a bit of a seeing eye shot. Finds its way over Peng's blocker, and now it's a 9-1 game, 8:29 to go. And Pollock will just slap that one down, and that's going to be called icing because he didn't get the red line. And so the faceoff will come to the left of Diego Driscoll here. And faceoff, it gets drawn into the corner. Johnston with it. Intercepted by Klimes briefly. Pollock tries to clear. Kept in by Matthews. Go poked away at it, but Matthews will get the shot off. That's just wide. Klimes there on the doorstep. Driscoll with the nice stop in tight. And so again, faceoff will come to his left. This time 8:07 remaining on the clock. Getting a tap there from Gould after that stop was Driscoll. And again, it finds its way into the corner. Ali Spencer with it. Leaves it for McCabe. Pushed off the puck by Jelly. Callie Paquette trying to get in there as well. chipped around by Eustace. Gould leaves it for Eustace again. He's got some open ice on that far side. Eustace stops up. Nice move to get around Matthews. Just off the boards there for Gould down low. He spins around. Eustace will get it on the near side now. Back to the point for McCabe. Down low to Eustace on the half wall. He loses an edge and goes down. Now the 17s will try and get out with it. Paquette. McCabe gets it over to Spencer. Now coming forward is Eustace. Tried to poke that over to Gould, but instead the 17s are coming the other way. Ing tries to get around Spencer, but it didn't happen. McCabe now. Up the middle to Eustace. Over to Legier. Andre Legier drops that one for Eustace. Comes through the corner. And that stick is considerably in there from Woodford. And that's just a delayed offside, no penalty. They're sometimes hard to tell with just the two linesmen working. And now it's going to be Pollock getting it in his own end. Ing there on the forecheck. Pollock with lots of poise on that puck. And now it's Aiken flipping it into the zone. Paying out to play it. She'll continue it around. Tracy there to pick it up. Now Ing. She'll flip it out, and that one finds McMillan. Basco Gay, excuse me, and that shot right into the chest of Driscoll. So we're down to 6:02 left in this one. Fairly academic from here, as it's now 9-1 in favor of the under 15 boys of Mount Academy over Mount's under 17 girls. Aiken wins that draw. And now Lewis tried to work it out front, but instead Aiken took it away. Back to Pollock. And Leslie tried to reverse that one, but instead it'll be Johnston trying to chip it out, and he succeeds. Tracy moves it forward to Kyle. Paying out to play that. But getting there first was, I believe, Aiken. Tracy battling with Bush down low. Board battle continues in that corner. And now the 17s will try to come out with it. McMillan chipped it off the boards. Johnston back for it. Now the other way is Tracy. Over to Kyle. Out in front for Aiken. She's stopped by Peng. Nice stop there from Yi Peng getting across the crease. And that one's just chipped down by McMillan. 17s will go off for a change. Spencer. Up the middle. Tracy unable to bat that one down to control it at least. Now Amira Paul going the other way, stays onside. And that shot just high and wide from Amira Paul out of Escasoni. And now coming forward is Myers. Gova Myers with the shot, and that one's stopped by Peng. 4.5 minutes left in this one as Matthews tries to build up ahead of steam. Matthews into the zone. Works across, fans on the shot. Coming back the other way now is Goo. And decides to go to the outside, unable to get that pass off, pressured by Reardon. Now it's into the corner. Goo able to poke that one around to Myers. Back to Goo. And now the 17s will get it back. Larkin. Larkin coming through the middle of the ice. Goo's able to kick that one away. Now he's coming back the other way. And the 17's able to clear. Johnston there for it. Drops it back to Pollock. As we're down to 3:35 left in this one. Goes cross ice to Eustace. Pollock. Leaves it for Johnston. He'll set it up the ice. Eustace drops it to Gould. Jeremy Gould gets the blue line. Works his way around Woodford. Goes around the net. That was intended for Eustace. But now the 17s will try and come back the other way. As Pollock gets that puck first, brings it back into his own end, pressured by Power. Moves it over to Johnston. Backhands that one, Paquette there for it. Johnston with it now. Still holding on to it as he skates it out of his own zone. 2:45 left in this one. Johnston tries to feed Legier with that one, but couldn't quite convert. Pollock at the point. Nice move there from Pollock. Goes cross ice, tried to find Gould. Again, left-handed shot. We might be in double digits now. But again, it's fairly academic as Peng will glove that one. 2:27 to go in this game. Face-off coming to Peng's left. Looks like it'll be Ng and Aiken taking the draw. Aiken wins that one. Kyle pokes it back to the point for Spencer. Now Leslie with it. Leslie off the boards, but the 15s get it back. Again, a couple of players battling in that far corner. And right in there was Kirkham. Now Bush, as we're inside 2 minutes to go, Aiken tries to fire that one in, and getting the rebound there is Beckett McCabe. Or actually, that's an upside down 6, being 9, being Max Tracy instead. So that's going to make it double digits here as it's 10-1, a minute 55 to go. And another tie-up off the draw here. McCabe going back for it. He'll just lob that one. Matthews tried to stop it, but instead it goes through her and gets to Kyle. Kyle tried to go inside out and maintains possession for, again, about half a second before Abby Larkin takes it away. Skates it into the 15 zone. Larkin with the shot. That's off the skate of Spencer. And now Lewis. Up to Gu. Jeffrey Gu working his way in. He's alone and couldn't finish that off. He was looking for the hat trick, but unable to get that final touch. As we're coming up on a minute left in this one, Lewis will skate it forward. Working away to the slot. She shoots. Nice stop from Driscoll. That's into the netting. As the clock will stop, 57.9 seconds remaining in this game. And also that time remaining in this entire showcase. So before we sign off here, and of course we will wait until the end of the game, we just want to thank everybody for their support over the last 3 days and 6 games as that one comes out. Pollock moving forward. He goes cross ice to Myers, just unable to get a full handle on that. Now Pollock. Still holding on to it, just swings it into the corner. Shaw centers. Now Reardon going the other way. She's got the lone goal for this under 17 side. And now Johnston reverses that to Myers as we're down to 23 seconds to go. And again, things just kind of slowing down a little bit. Again, the result not in doubt here anymore as Gu shoots that one. Nice stop there from Peng. Pinned up against the boards by Climbs, and 5 seconds to go. That is going to be a penalty on Petra Climbs. I think that's head contact. And I think they were just looking to play it out here. I think there was just a minor objection from Rebecca Babiak there on the 17's bench. 4.9 seconds. Power play is really the last thing you need. Pollock over to Johnston. He'll wind and fire. Peng turns that one aside, and that's game. And so this one goes into the books as a 10-1 final for the Mount Academy under 15 boys over the Mount Academy under 17 girls. Again, we hope you've enjoyed all 6 games over the course of the last 3 days, and certainly some positive signs if you're a fan of Mount Academy here going into this 2021-2022 season. no matter what it looks like here. So, again, we'll see you whenever we see you next. I'm Jordy Carraher. We hope you've enjoyed the coverage here. Again,